Hi, I'm Chaya Lester of the Shalev Center with another Communication for Couples tool. This one, I'm actually just going to bare my soul and start out with revealing to you an argument my husband and I had recently, because that's like at the core of all of our greatest revelations about how to work together is when we actually start with an argument. So here it goes. Basically, we had gone to the doctor to help create a plan for helping one of our children. Great. Doctor gives us an option about a way to go. We leave the doctor's office and I'm ready to put the plan into action. And my husband, on the other hand, much more circumspect, was like, no, we need to weigh the options. We need to go see this expert. And I just start getting like broiling hot. And I'm like, come on, can't we just like take care of this already? And he's like, come on, can't you take this more serious? Right? We get into kind of our basic argument that gets replayed time and again in our relationship. And that's okay, because we're working with it. And it turns into this funk of negativity that sort of overtakes our house. And we sort of stop communicating altogether because we really don't want to argue anyway, create distance, until we're standing here in the kitchen and on our refrigerator. Luckily, we have this relationship vision. Now, relationship vision is this really cool little tool where you basically get together and you find out and you write down what are the basic core principles and values of our relationship. So it's simple things like we have fun together. We are committed to raising our children with love and warmth. Little basic, obvious, generic, yet very potent statements of our core values. And my husband's looking at it and he's like, check this out. He brings it over to me. He points out 3 values. One of them was, we're committed to good communication. Okay, now our communication had been trampled, right, in the course of this argument. Number 2 was, we are committed to creating a warm and loving environment for our children, which also had been trampled in the course of our argument. But then there was number 3. And number 3 was, we are committed to taking the best care possible of our children. And he said, look at this one. The whole reason why I'm trying to like weigh the options and be circumspect is because of this principle, this value. Do you get it, Chaya? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, because the reasons that I want to move forward and go ahead and start this already are exactly because of that same value. We are committed to the best care possible for our children. And we realized at that moment that all of our aggravation and our arguing was coming from a shared core value. Wow, we really are on the same page here. Wow, I get it that you would want to act that way given this value. All of a sudden, it sort of melted into a shared place of commitment to our core values. And then we said, okay, now how do we do that? How do we actually bond together to uphold this value? And we said, well, we could start by our principle of good communication and our principle of creating a warm and loving environment. And how do we do that? Well, certainly not by the arguing kind of stalemate of negativity that was ruling our home. So we put into action these core principles and found better solutions. What I want to share with you that I think is so brilliant here and helpful is that every negative interaction you have on the surface, a negative reaction that you have on the surface, if you trace down its root, you find a positive core value way down at the bottom. All of our negative stuff that comes up on the surface has, if we trace down its root carefully, has positive core values behind it, core principles. So the next time that you're in an argument with your spouse, if you can just remember, oh, I have all this intense negativity because of some core that's really good, and take the time to trace down, okay, what is that good core that's at the bottom of all of my intense negativity here and at the bottom of his? And always, in any negative reaction we have in our lives, there is a core value that's good and that's positive, and we need to do the work to trace it down. So don't avoid conflict. Mine it. Mine your conflicts for what are my core values underneath. Go ahead and create a relationship vision and put it up on your refrigerator and live it and live by it and use it in times of conflict and negativity to reveal the deep positive bonds between the two of you. And then the next thing you can do is join our couples seminar and workshop that's starting up real soon. Please be in touch with us to find out more about it. It's just chock full of gorgeous tools and paradigms and structures for creating glorious healing, health for our families and our relationships. Thanks.